video. Today I wanted to show you guys that you don't necessarily need to spend a fortune on supplies to create a visually appealing 12 by 12 layout for your scrapbook. Okay, I've picked up the HEIDI SWAPP DREAMY collection from my local Spotlight store. It was heavily discounted. It was down to $3. That's all I paid for this. And I ended up buying 2 packs because I honestly adore every single page in the collection, which almost never happens. There's always one that you go, oh, that's a bit sketchy. I'll never be able to do anything with that. However, this time, guess what? Bazinga. It worked perfectly. So I used a compass. That compass that I used, I bought from Kmart for, I think it was $1.99. Okay. Now, yes, I have a Cricut. So would I normally have cut this out by hand? Probably not. But sometimes I want to use my hands. I don't want to just key it into a computer and then it spits out the sizes and whatever. Sometimes I just want to get back to basics. So that's what I'm doing today. Now, if you are new to my channel, what I do is a little bit different to other people. I don't edit out lots of big chunks. I speed up my video so that I can leave all the mistakes, everything that I do, I leave on my video. So you realize that it's not edited beyond, just to the point of ridiculous. So it looks like it's perfect and I got a perfect first time. Guess what? That doesn't happen. Very rarely do we get a page that happens perfectly right from the beginning. Okay? Didn't do that. Okay, so you just saw me there. I was cleaning up my desk from the last project. Didn't realize there was paint on my desk. Okay, so I used the Dreamy collection. I cut out the circles. Then what I did is I went to my Paper Rose Deluxe collection, and it's called Gold Basics 1.1. Now, Paper Rose collection the Paper Rose Studio is an Australian company, so I love supporting Australian when I can, and I love supporting small business where I can. So I have decided that this particular paper, it has gold spots on it. So to emulate the circles and to create the repetition, I have chosen that piece of paper, but I add it to the page in a different way. So this is me going around roughing up the circles. This is why if you use a compass, don't sweat the small stuff. If it's not perfectly rounded, rough up the edges. Trust me, it hides a multitude of sins. Whether you can't cut out very well, if your compass maybe jumped a little bit and you've ended up with a slightly odd shape, don't worry about it. Use it anyway, because trust me, like there's one of these here that I actually tore. I think it's up the top there. I ended up tearing right through it, but you know what? I'm still using it. So the paper that I chose has circles on it. The gold that I chose has got gold dots on white, and I've cut the circle Dreamy paper into circles. So it's literally just circles and dots, circles and dots, circles, circles, circles and dots. That's what it really comes down to. Now, at this point, I'm just sort of auditioning where I want to put this. Now, I'm not going too heavy with the mixed media, but I decided to pull out my SHIMMERZ Colder Than Ice and my CREAMEEZ, which is also a SHIMMERZ product, and it's called BOARDIN Blue. I gotta tell you, I don't know why they call it blue. It's green. It's the one I'm in right now. So that one there, they call Boogie Board Blue. I'm sorry, I don't even see that that's even blue. Okay, so I'm just mixing. That's what I'm doing. I'm mixing the two colors together, and just to sort of create more of a teal blue than, that's just me playing with the color to make sure it's somewhat what I wanted. Now this has a mica powder in it, and you can see it does have a fair bit of shine when it dries. So I wasn't trying to match the cards, the paper in color. I wanted to sort of run along the same, roughly in the same color group. That's what I wanted to do. So I started off, and then I was leaving the circles in the middle, and then towards the end I realized, you know what, maybe I should just close it in a bit more. It's what I always do with mixed media. I never know where to stop. So all I'm doing is just creating a little bit of extra color, a bit more shine, because we all know Karen loves a bit of shine. So it's working really well. I actually love how this page turned out. I did do, actually it's not the same. It's not. I love working with shapes. Okay, shapes, they make me happy. I don't know why, but when I look at pages that have shapes on them as a main focal point, they make me happy. So this is what I'm doing. Now this, probably at this point you're going, what are you doing, woman? But wait till the end. It looks really good at the end. That's my opinion. You let me know what you think down the bottom. So I wanted to give this a little bit of a crack, see where I end up with it, and I really do like where it turned out. So I'm just cutting the ends off those, just so I can reuse any larger pieces. I am using, notice I'm still using my Nuvo Deluxe glue. There is like the tiniest little bit left in the bottom of this bottle, and I'm such a Scrooge. I use things until they are literally gone. I actually really do like the bottle, but I prefer art glitter glue. That's why I haven't bought another one, but I do really like the bottle and how it never clogs up. That is a really good selling point for that product. I get no kickbacks from anyone. I buy my own stuff. That is why I don't, at this point, I have no monetization. This is just me making this for you guys. And what I'm trying to do is give you the opportunity to maybe step a little bit outside your comfort zone and see if you can create things, just look at things a little bit differently. I haven't actually done a cut file for ages, but I just go through phases, and you know what? That's okay. It's okay to be in a phase and go through it for however long. One of the phases I'm going through, to be honest, is a border phase. I don't need, but I want to have a border on pretty much every single layout that I do. So I'm trying to stop myself doing it on everything, but I just love it. I love the look. I don't think there's been any time recently that I haven't done a border, to be quite honest with you. Okay, so where am I at? So the shimmers, I told you what shimmers it is. I will have all this written in the description below, so don't panic. It's all there. If you really like those colors for whatever reason, or you like these gold strips that I'm putting down, it'll be below, and feel free to go ahead and find some for yourself and go from there. Okay, so see how it's starting to come together. You got a little bit of gold on there. You've got a little bit of mixed media, but not too much, just a little bit. Now, with that mixed media, I will be honest with you, I did not prep the cardstock. I'm using American Crafts white textured cardstock for this, and it's only £65 and it holds up really, really well. So what I'm doing here is just using a little bit of fun foam, craft foam, kids foam, to raise up but some of my circles. Now, the reason I'm doing that is because that is how I'm going to create the dimension. Because I've got the roughed up edges and the craft foam underneath, that's how I'm going to get a little bit of dimension into my page. A little bit of the shadows, you know. It makes a big difference. Now, I took off the foam off this piece because I thought I have to put my title somewhere. And I did have a cracking title for this one. It was a doozy. But I don't put it up the top there. I actually changed my mind where I put it. So stick around and you'll see where I put the title. And I absolutely love how it turned out. So something that I've noticed right from the beginning is the Nuvo Deluxe glue gives you a little bit more wiggle room for when you're placing things down. The art glitter glue, you have seconds to move it or take it off. You don't get as much play to muck around with your pages. So I love that because when I put something down, I want it to go down, stick and stay. That's what I want to do with it. So just letting you know that that's the difference between the art glitter glue and the Nuvo Deluxe. If you're new to scrapping, I do have a few subscribers that are new. I would highly recommend the Nuvo Deluxe glue, 100%. I wasn't a super fan to begin with, but I do believe it has a space, and it is a lovely product to work with, and the bottle is awesome to work with as well because of the way it's designed. It's not difficult. You don't have to squeeze the Harry out of it. I found the fine liner bottles that quite a few people on YouTube use, but getting that pin back in the tip so it doesn't get clogged, oh, that to me was painful. I hated it. So now I've just flipped it over and I'm just trimming the edges down. This is so satisfying when you turn it over. Sorry, I needed a drink. Now, to be honest with you, I absolutely love how that looks. So what I'm doing here is the bits that I've cut off, I'm just creating more. It brings it alive a little bit more because you've just got these little extra bits that are on the edge. They're not full circles, they're not half circles, they're just little extra bits. So that way, one, I'm wasting a lot less. And can we just have a little chuckle for a minute here? Okay, so my dearest darling Jennifer, she was adamant. No, mummy. I don't have you. No, I didn't touch the stamps. No. I said, Jennifer, did you touch the stamps? Have you been playing your mummy's stamps? No, mummy. I think you might have. No, mummy. And I said, but baby girl, look in the mirror. Took her to the bathroom. She looked in the mirror and she went, oh no. Yeah, mummy, I touched your stamps. You should have seen how hard it was to get that off my daughter's face. Oh, I have to say, it gives me great joy to laugh at the expense, obviously, of my child. But I tell you what, if you've ever had a child, I've had two situations that, you know, you hear people turn around and tell all these stories about their kids doing things. Excuse me, This particular moment was hilarious because she didn't realise she was stamping on herself, which was funny. And in and about the same age, in and around this, my second daughter decided that the third daughter, whilst she was asleep, it might be a little bit funny to draw a mustache on her. What was not funny about the situation is she used a permanent marker. I've got to tell you, it was at the time my husband and I discovered it when I went in to make sure that Jennifer was covered up in bed because it was cold. And I covered her, and here she was laying, sleeping so peacefully with a black moustache. Oh my Lord, I swear it took everything in me not to just crack up laughing there and then. She was dead to the world. She had no clue. And it was so funny. I went and got my husband and he came in. I said, you've got to see this. I said, but be quiet and be prepared because you're going to laugh. He went in and had a look, and I tell you what, the two of us, we were like kids getting caught with something at school, you know, just sniggering and laughing. It was so funny. We couldn't even get mad. We couldn't even get mad at the other child because it was just freaking hilarious. Oh my goodness. I will scrapbook that, don't you worry. Haven't done it yet, but I will scrapbook that. And it was in and around the same time that these photos were taken. So this was, I think this was 2014, I think. I tell you what, mate, it cracked me up. My husband and I laughed so hard until the following morning when I had to try and get it off her face so she got daycare. Couldn't get it all off. So she went to daycare with a purple wow nose, because that's what the stamp was. It was a wow. Oh, geez, it was hilarious. So you can see where I ended up putting the title. No, mummy, I didn't have. She actually said, I've put it as I didn't have your stamp. Why do you say why do you say that? Why do you say that, mummy? What she actually said was, no, mummy, no. I know have your stamp. That's what she said to me. And then she said, why do you say that, mummy? That's what she said to me. It was hilarious. It cracked me up big time. So I had to do something, but I had to make it more legible because that's my memory in my brain of the way she said it to me. But if I had have written it like that on there, no one would actually have a clue. So what it actually meant. So all I'm doing here is I'm going around and I find it finishes off the circles. It gives them, I don't know, you can't see it too much, but it just sort of finishes off the circles, if that makes sense. Going around them, I'm just doing a simple dash line, but I did consider doing circles and dots all the way around each one, but I end up doing this just for something different. So as you can see, it's just finishing them off a little bit. And all I'm using there is the gold UNIBALL gel impact pen. It is awesome. If you're looking for a good gold pen, go yourself one of them. It's really good, and the flow is beautiful, and the gold color is beautiful. It's really nice. So, rightio. So, while I'm finishing that off, I am going to give myself a shameless plug. Please like and subscribe. Leave me a comment if you've made it this far in the video. I absolutely love reading all the comments that people make, and I always reply. So if you don't mind, I would love a subscribe. I am still gathering some bits and pieces together. I'm going to have a giveaway, and I have found a way that I can do it so that it's all above board. So I'm just gathering some of the bits and pieces together that I absolutely love, and I'm going to have a giveaway. I'm going to do that for my, I think I'm going to make it 800 subscribers. So the closer we get, I'll start putting it all on our Facebook group, and what you have to do for the prize, basically, the giveaway. So here it is, all up close. You can see all the shine, all the shimmer. I absolutely love it. Super basic, nothing hard, nothing dramatic about this. And look at it. I think it looks fantastic. So thanks very much for watching, guys, and I will chat to you again real soon. Bye.